I did it! My research is finished at last. Tomorrow I'll submit it to the professor. It will be a big day. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Dad's disappearance, too. It's already been 10 years. Willy Morgan, the famous archaeologist, vanished under mysterious circumstances. This was the most recurring headline in the newspapers. I'm sorry, Dad. I tried really hard to understand where your final research took you. A hello to Mom, and then to sleep. Unfortunately, she can't be here tomorrow. Her latest expedition in the Amazon is taking longer than expected. Let's hope she receives my email. Good night, Mom. Coming! This postman believes that everything he delivers is urgent. One can never even get a few hours rest. It's only 2 p.m. The day's only just started. Let's see. Bills. A letter for me? Nobody writes to me, usually. It's dated July 25th, 2008. The same day my father disappeared. Dear Willy, it's Dad. If you received this letter, it means that my mission didn't go according to plan. I can't linger or I would put your mother and you in danger. You must go to the old inn in Bonetown as soon as possible. Room 09, but never trust anyone. Everything begins there in the warmth of a friendly place. Love, Dad. It certainly isn't a prank. The style and handwriting are my father's. I've looked for clues to his disappearance for 10 years. And I even got a letter from him. I must leave for Bonetown immediately. I'll have to manage somehow, because Mom is still traveling. But Bonetown isn't far. With a little money and a bike, I can get there in a few hours. I saw the bike around the house. There's even some money around here somewhere. Off we go! Perfect, I already found the bike. Or rather, what's left of it. To leave, I'll need all the other parts too. Hi, I'm Willy. Would you like to take a short tutorial to learn how to handle things in my world? Good, let's do a quick overview of how to play. Let's start with the basics. By holding down the spacebar or clicking on the icon at the top left, you can highlight the objects with which you can interact. Try to see what happens. Great! As you can see, the hotspots are marked with an icon like this one. If you want to pick up an item, use it, talk to someone, or speed up the dialogue, you can do so by pressing the left mouse button. Now try to pick up the object you spotted a few moments ago. Good. Now let's focus on the inventory. You can open and close it by using the mouse wheel or pressing the I key. Give it a try. One step at a time. One step at a time. I don't want to ruin it. It's the only clue I have to the disappearance of my father. Very good. You can examine an item both in the inventory and in your surroundings by pressing the right mouse button. Reopen the inventory and examine the item you just collected. Perfect. We have completed the tutorial. Here's a last bit of useful information. You can open the pause menu by pressing escape, or by clicking on the menu icon at the top right. Finally, by double-clicking with the mouse on the directional arrows, you can immediately move from one place to another. If you are uncertain of what to do, you can access the help section included in the pause menu. Let's start. Collecting everything found lying about is a real fixation. It's a tribute to my favorite band by the artist Glenn Fernandez Sardi. The wardrobe door. A bicycle wheel. Too easy. I need a ladder to get to it. I can make a very good impression with this. Essential for traveling. It's the wardrobe's top drawer. Empty. I could fill it up with the stuff inside the boxes around the corner in the corridor. Too many drawers. I don't have enough clothes to fill them all. Progress. I managed to open the drawer. Another one of the wardrobe's drawers. They look like the pedals of a bicycle. They will come in handy. I'll take them with me. Here they are. I need a ladder to get to it. My trusty old piggy bank. My mother gave it to me as a present. According to her, it's the best way to learn home economics. Or, in other words, learn to save. And judging by the sound the piggy bank makes, I got pretty good at it. Its contents could come in handy. Giotto always had one too, or so they say. An ordinary incandescent table lamp. It simultaneously illuminates and warms. Et voila! Et voila! It certainly helped me sleep better. It won't come off. It looks like it's bolted on. It's a photo of my cousins, Nate and Sammy Morgan. I haven't heard from them in years, but we were always close. It's a memento. Best leave it here. I wonder what this key opens. No way. If we start by taking a key at the beginning of the adventure, what will happen next? It's a door. Here's a part of the bicycle, the one it can't do without. It's always good to have one for a pleasant bike ride. There's a lot of stuff still left to sort out. Notes, research. Coming from a family of adventurers, what else could be expected? I'd better take only what is strictly necessary. Every house should have one, by law. It's better than a Swiss Army knife. It can be used for all sorts of things. I feel more at ease taking it with me. I glimpse maps and various memorabilia, but I don't believe they'll take me to Bone Town. I promise when I get back, I'll sort everything in alphabetical or chronological order, just as I've been doing for the last year. It's my toolbox. My very useful tools. If only there was a rubber chicken, but these could come in handy too. We had moved recently, and after my father's disappearance, everything was left as it was. Too many things. I couldn't take them all with me. A strong monkey wrench. It's made of rubber. It will certainly come in handy, if it only had a pulley. It's the screwdriver I found in the toolbox. A plunger. It could come in handy. Essential for long journeys. Indeed, for any journey. The screws don't turn. They got rusty with time. Let's see if this rubber hammer might come in handy. Let's not do that anymore. It's a present from my mother, and I could ruin it. I want to open it with the least possible damage. It's a present from my mother, and I could ruin. My trusty old piggy bank. My mother gave it to me as a present. According to her, it's the best way to learn home economics. Or, in other words, and judging by the an indispensable compass. The bathroom door. Making progress. The bathroom door is now open. I love research, but not to this extent. If somebody threw something in there, it means it wasn't meant to come out again. I ran out of it this morning. I meant to go shopping, but my plans fell through. Liquid soap, the modern hygienic solution. I confirm my morning impression. I'm particularly handsome today. And even the pimples I had yesterday have vanished, making room for other smaller ones. I prefer to leave it here. Otherwise, I won't be able to monitor the phases of my puberty. There's a lot of stuff in here, but it's no use to me. An old bottle of sun lotion. Judging by the date on its cap, I suspect it's dried up completely. Let's take it. One never knows what might come next. Body care beauty products, and the results can be seen. There isn't a drop left. I used it all for the bath I was planning to take. I was ready for a nice relaxing bath. Best to postpone it. I need something to get the plug out. I don't want to get wet. I see no alternative. Now you'll discover the huge power of a plunger. Nice work. Now I can safely leave home. Well, look what was hiding in the bathtub. Look where you ended up, dear old useful cog. It's certainly a part of the bicycle. I'm amazed by the extremely intelligent use I made of it. Not a single drop coming out. It must have dried up completely with time. Useful, but not for everything. The artist wanted to express the concept of the Übermensch tied down by the instability of human life. All I see is a comfortable armchair in front of a landscape. Maybe this explains why I'm not an artist. The painting is really beautiful, but so is its setting. My mother's bedroom. I see all that working out has yielded results. Admire my physical prowess. It's the family crest. I don't think it has the same value as that of lords or barons. As a matter of fact, I believe it was created by my father to honor the Morgan roots, in pursuit of knowledge, for glory and posterity. Dad used to say this at the end of bedtime stories, the protagonist of which was invariably a Morgan. It's not about bragging to friends. It's the symbol of my family, and I'm proud of it. This is the map that led my mother to the discovery of her first sunken shipwreck. I've decided to keep this souvenir as a good luck charm. She's been looking for new treasures ever since, a little like my father, before his disappearance. They were always soulmates. Since my father left, Mom has devoted herself entirely to me and her work. Then I grew up. I don't need a map to get to Bonetown. I already know where it is. Moreover, this isn't a map of our state. The lamp is on. When my mother's busy with research, everything else comes second. I better not turn it off. Mom must have had her reasons for leaving it like this. At least I think so. My mother took almost everything with her for this journey. Whenever my mother sets out to make a new discovery, she focuses solely on that. It's my mother's alarm clock. Ever since she gave it to me to repair, though, it stopped working altogether. It could contain something important that would be of use to me. Let's see what's wrong with it. Look what was inside it. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. Replacing the internal alarm with the bicycle bell might not have been a brilliant idea. By the looks of it, it seems like a bicycle bell inserted into an alarm clock, which is why the alarm clock stopped working. I think I'll need it shortly. Maybe it didn't deserve to be treated like this. I don't need a broken alarm clock for my trip. It doesn't look like the other figurines. Strange object. Let's see what happens when I pull one of the branches. I thought so. Ingenious! Typical of my mother. I bet she designed it. Look at the nice ring inside it. A ring. At first glance, it looks antique. I guess my mother didn't take it with her for fear of losing it. It looks ancient, and there's also an engraving inside. Difficult to make out. SC Arvis Mag A. I think I know what it is. I'll put it in the bag. It might come in handy. Wow! Now in your inventory you have items that you can combine. Doing so is very simple. Open the inventory, select an item with the left mouse button, then select a second item. If successful, wait a few moments and you'll see these items combine and a brand new one will appear. This will certainly be very useful. Try to combine the item you just found with another item you already have in your inventory. It's an antique ring. The engraving, SC Arvis Mag A, reminds me of something. Useful, but not for everything. Useful, but not for everything. And it came to pass that my criminal career began. Now I feel just like Lupin. They were all written by Elizabeth Reed, my mother. To me, it's a sort of logbook of her travels over the last 10 years. After touring the world, she decided to partly reveal the origin of her discoveries. I'm in many of them, before becoming mature enough to look after our home and carry out my own research. I've already read them all. They were all written by Alyssa to me after I'm met. Excellent idea. That way I can open it without causing irreparable damage. I wonder how much I've managed to save in the last few months. I expected more. All that noise and all I got is this lot of gears? I don't even know how they ended up in here. Seeing its contents makes me realize that I didn't invest my savings wisely. It has already yielded all it can. My ancestors were great navigators. According to family legend, our lineage descends from no less than the famous pirate Willy Morgan. But this is another story. I will leave it here as a warning to future generations. He's my grandfather, himself a famous archaeologist. He was among the first to discover the lost civilizations of the Amazon. I'm the bookworm of the family. I don't need a painting to remind me of my grandfather. To remember my little dog Pipoca, and to keep the front door closed. I like where it is. I remember when you could get in there. It works perfectly. I would only run the risk of damaging it. Old reminders. There's information that could be useful. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Fix Mom's alarm clock. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Buy new sun lotion. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Save money. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Return books to the library. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Read instructions to assemble bicycle. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Never leave bath full of water before going out. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Water doesn't work metal loose. It makes it rust. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Important bracket maintenance. Keep nice and smooth. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Tidy boxes and closet. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Fix Mom's alarm clock. And there's more. It's my bicycle. Or rather, a part of it. There's still something missing. Owls are not what they seem. Some things still frighten me. How can I possibly use it? Maybe this is the best place for it. Books, some of them, nowhere else to be found. One-Eyed Willy, His History and Secrets by M. Goonies. How to Get Out of the Kraken by J. Sparrow. And the timeless Green Stones and Old Legends by J.T. Colton. More books. The famous What Became of the Great Archaeological Finds by I. Jones. And History of Sunken Ships, Chapter 1. Closely related to the second chapter, History of Sunken Ships, Incorrect Construction Techniques. The Family's Library. It contains precious volumes such as 50 Shades of Wood, Which One to Use in Shipyards, and Cannibals Are People Too. More books. The famous What Became of the Great and history closely related history of... I've already read them all. Let's get hold of some money and transportation for the journey. It's the door to the kitchen. I can't remember where my mother found it, but I always feel like I'm being watched when I'm here. I would like to return it among the boxes stacked in the closet, but I'd better leave it here. It's a regular gas stove. I can't. When Mom leaves for a trip, she always turns off the gas to avoid any unpleasant surprises. She always says that for a kid my age, the microwave is more than enough. I don't think the incident last year helped. Let's just say that calling the fire department about a burned pan can't exactly be considered my finest moment. They look like tins to store pasta or cookies. In this, my mother used to hide little surprises for me. Let's see if I'm still lucky. Would you look at this? It looks like there's a little emergency money in the bottom of the tins. There's no greater emergency than this. They look like tins to store I've already taken what I need. Very useful when one is always in a hurry. I could do with something to cook. Others use it to cook sweet little furry animals. I prefer heating up something already cooked. I could do with something to cook. Others use it to cook. Too risky. There's a risk that the container may explode or melt. I'll need a less powerful heat source. This is a brilliant example of how a kitchen can be untidy and clean at the same time. It doesn't look like it, but there's a logical order. If I start moving everything, the whole day will be affected by it. It's the fridge. My mother also uses it as a board for her memos. Pepperoni and pineapple pizza, a real delicacy. Pepperoni and pineapple pizza is my favorite. Maybe I might eat a slice later for a snack. Various foods, easy to warm up in the microwave and nutritious enough. No thanks, I never eat between meals. Every meal has been carefully selected by Mom based on its caloric intake and ease of preparation. Not now. I have more important. Every meal has been carefully... It looks just like the handlebar from my bike. I can't take it. It serves an important function in this fridge. I used it temporarily to reinforce one of the shelves. If I pull it out, everything will fall down. I first need to fix the shelf. Mom always says that milk is good for my fragile bones. That's why we always have a supply in the fridge. I already had breakfast. kidding. I'd risk breaking something useful at the very least. This screw is loose. There's a risk the shelf might fall. Just what I needed. I couldn't go anywhere without it. Another job well done. There's no need to do anything else. Now I understand why the alarm clock stopped. It's not much, but it will just have to do. It would be a good idea if my mother wasn't fixated with LED. Basically, even if I put my hand on it, I can't feel any change in temperature. Maybe it would work with another lamp. Et voila! Excellent! The heat from the lamp is melting the oil. It's ready to use now. Ready to use sun lotion. The rusty screws are loosening up. I also finished the suntan oil. I better leave the empty bottle here. Now it works. From this angle, it looks like one of the bike wheels, coated in feathers. I don't think it will work. I don't think it will work. Best not to. There's still something missing. Very good. There's still something missing. Making progress. I can glimpse its shape. I'd really love to try it. I think there's still something missing. How professional. Nearly there. It's not time yet. Nearly there. Not long to go. Perfect. A few more parts. Not long to go. Nearly there. They connect perfectly. Not long to go. Better not take a hammer to everything. Useful, but not for everything. Empty. I could... Too many drawers. It won't be an ISO 9000 certified ladder, but it will do. Got you, Wheel. One of the bicycle wheels. Another part. The bike's ready. I just have to take it, and that's it. Bonetown, here I come! Let's go.
It felt like something from my bike was missing. I forgot to mount the brakes in my hurry to leave. Fortunately, I escaped without any major damage.
Better take what's left. I'm especially sad about the bike. I was very fond of it. I can't go back. First of all, it's night, and I don't want to walk all the way. I have vague memories from when I was a child, but I don't think the fountain was in this condition. I remember my father told me the city was built around this place, because a source of fresh water spilled out of here. Now the city seems to be letting itself go. I could pick all the weeds and try to fix it, but I'm not here for that reason. I've arrived at the Dead Man Inn. This was the place I always stayed with Mom and Dad when we came here, and it's the same place indicated by my father in his letter. Better leave it here. Other travelers might need it. I'd rather not go around the city at night. You never know. I'd rather wait for daylight, or at least the moon to become brighter. It's a poster for the Lafitte Amusement Park, the most prestigious amusement park in Bonetown. I stand corrected. The only amusement park in Bonetown. Grand opening October 29, 1915. By now, it's probably the only abandoned amusement park in Bonetown. Better leave it here to remind all Bonetown tourists of the beauty of Lafitte Park. There are tons of options. Beer,
more beer, grog, more grog. I can also try the house specialty, beer and grog. Not to be confused with grog and beer, a useless and tasteless beverage. Bartender, something strong, please.
Sure, what can I get you? I imagine a fresh glass of plain water would work, or maybe a lemonade. But I doubt you could handle it.
On second thought, I'm not that thirsty.
It's better that way.
It's the key to room 09, the one indicated on my father's letter. I absolutely have to take it. It's the key to room 10.
It seems you didn't register. No registration, no key. But most of all, no payment, no room.
The last pages are blank. Well, the whole book is blank, actually. I have no idea how to use a quill. I can hardly write even with a normal ballpoint pen. Today's special: pigeon pudding drowned in grog, hardtack and fat fried in grog. Grog cake? It looks like a diet rich with fiber and carbs. Better leave it for the next customer. Take it and deprive the next tourist of those delights? That sounds crazy to me.
Where do you think you're going, kid? I don't think you booked a room. Do you think you can simply walk around my inn?
Sorry, I thought the bathroom was that way.
For those who haven't booked a room, there's no bathroom.
Thanks, my good man. I guess he's the owner. Good evening, my good man.
Good evening, boy. How can I help you?
I need a place where I can stay tonight.
It's your lucky day, boy. The Dead Man Inn is the best in the business.
Very good. I almost feel at home. Are there any rooms available?
I'm happy to check, but I have to warn you, we are in peak season. In this one, we still have to clean up bloodstains. Room 08 is already occupied by me. I just have number 09 and 10 left.
Then 09 would be perfect. That is also my lucky number.
In that case, I can't do anything other than give you room 10.
But I just told you I'd like to have 09.
Everybody likes number 9. If I gave you that room, the next customer could only take number 10, which nobody likes, so they would leave.
I could leave too, since I'm not pleased with that.
Of course. Indeed, you have the look of someone who can go and choose another inn. For your information, Dead Man Inn is the most comfortable, as well as the only inn in a 40-kilometer area. You can also go find yourself another inn and come back tomorrow morning. I'm always here. So, room 09 or 10?
Room 10 is okay.
Do you have money for the accommodation?
Yes, I think I can pay for one night in this amazing resort.
I don't know what a resort is, but it is sufficient that you have the money to pay.
Here's the money.
Kid, this isn't much. It will only be good enough for one night.
I think that's enough.
Good. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Morgan. Willy Morgan.
Morgan. That name sounds familiar to me. Have you already been in our lovely little town?
Many years ago, but I was very young. Maybe you remember my dad, Henry Morgan.
Henry Morgan, you said? Something springs to mind, but I think a long time must have passed.
Yes, a long time. I'd say 10 years since he disappeared.
And why do we have the pleasure of seeing you again in Bone Town?
Definitely for the hospitality.
I agree. Here at the Dead Man Inn, the customer is of the utmost importance.
I have no doubt about it.
Now I have to get back to my job. Help yourself to the key to room number 10.
Thank you.
Once you are settled in your room, you'll find a pre-printed form. I need to complete the check-in. Bring it back as soon as you have filled it out.
All right, thank you. Thanks, and goodbye. I have no idea how to use a quill. Unless further surprises arise, I should be able to open room 10.
Hello, boss. It's me. You won't believe this. Henry Morgan's son just showed up here.
Henry's son? Why did he come here?
He hasn't said too much about the reason for his visit. What do you want me to do? Do I warn Bob?
Yes, standard procedure.
Okay. As soon as the kid comes back here, Bob will take a good look at the belongings of the young Morgan. Sure, boss. I'll keep you posted. See you later.
There are a series of pictures portraying famous people who seem to have stayed here. Stanko Stupar immortalized Abraham Lincoln. If I take it down, the innkeeper would surely notice. Behind that door is the orderly's room. It's locked. Owls. Those eyes make me feel quite uncomfortable. Owls again. I don't need it. According to what the innkeeper said, this is his room. I'd really prefer not to enter. Better not go inside. If the innkeeper finds out, I'd be concerned for my safety. I didn't know Walken came here too. He's been immortalized by the artist Ayman Akhtar. I'd rather admire it on this wall. It's a Riyadh Kassim work. There's no need to take it with me. This is the room my dad told me about. I have to get inside. Locked. Tiago Huesel painted this subject. I want the other guests to enjoy these works as well. Maybe the youngest visitor to the Dead Man Inn. This portrait is the work of Tiago Huesel. I'd rather leave it where it is. It seems like a piece of modern art. It really belongs here. I wouldn't want to upset the symmetry of this place. Restricted to personnel only. It doesn't lead to other rooms. It looks more like a second entrance. I guess it leads outside, but right now I have other priorities. I can't open it. It's locked. It looks like a rudimentary room bell. It looks like a communication system. Better complete the check-in. I wouldn't want the innkeeper to accuse me of using a service that still doesn't belong to me. It's an aftershave. Somebody was in a hurry to leave the room and forgot it. A peculiar scent. I wouldn't say it's good, but at least it adds a different touch to the place. It's sealed. It looks like something bad happened. I'm not sure I want to know what. I don't think I should touch anything. That yellow tape does not bode well. A fireplace of great workmanship. It's summer. It doesn't make any sense to heat up an already warm room. It's the form the innkeeper was talking about. First, I have to fill in this form, and then I can use the services of the room. I haven't got a pen with me, and can't see one around. Better go back to the innkeeper and ask for more info. It's a standard form with some fields to fill out. The fireplace in the room is very nice.
It's one of the many points of pride at the Dead Man Inn. There's one in every room, hand-built by one of my ancestors, brick by brick.
Thanks, and goodbye. The last pages are blank. Well, I have no idea how to use a quill. I'm back with the form you talked about, but I haven't got a pen with me and I still have to fill it out.
Doesn't matter. Give it to me so I can write the essential data down.
Thank you.
Name and surname.
Your memory is a bit spotty. I'm Willy Morgan.
Sorry, kid. You know how it is. Age plays shameful tricks.
You seem like a different person now. Kinder and more friendly.
Maybe I left you with a bad impression before. I'd like to make things right now.
Did you hear that too?
Hear what? There are a lot of noises in this inn.
Did you hear it now?
It's probably some little animal.
The one who made that sound must be a big one. And how? What now? Did you hear that noise again?
Yes, but I don't think you should be worried. It's normal. In fact, I think it's finished now.
How can you be so sure?
It happens all the time. As soon as you open a door, drafts let the wind through and it does funny things.
Okay, what else do you need?
I'd say I'm okay with this. I have everything I need.
Only name and surname?
Here in Bone Town, we need very little information. The rest will fall right into place.
Okay, now I must get back to work.
Me too. I'm very busy.
With what? Okay, thank you. I shudder to think what it might be. Color and density do not bode well. I'd rather not touch that substance. Oh my god! And to think that, according to the innkeeper, it was just a little animal. Luckily, I always keep the important things with me. Never trust anyone. Dad was right. I better warn the innkeeper.
What the hell happened here?
I think I left the door open and a boar did the rest.
It wouldn't be the first time those animals have made trouble here at the Dead Man Inn.
But according to you, is such a thing actually possible? Forget it.
So how did this happen, in your opinion?
A very strong draft ransacked my room.
You should be more careful about leaving the door open. Hurricanes are frequent this time of year.
Summer hurricanes localized into one room in particular?
You can't rule anything out. Otherwise, what do you think happened?
How did you get here so fast?
I heard screaming and thought there was a lady in danger.
But I didn't even scream.
It was my sixth sense, boy. The sixth sense of an old innkeeper. What could have happened, according to you?
I guess a robber came in and trashed the whole room.
I cannot be 100% sure, but all clues lead to that. Have they taken anything valuable from you?
My wedding ring. It was worth a fortune.
How old is your wife?
That is rude. You don't ask a lady her age. I put a bank check for $100,000 in the safe.
What safe?
Yes, I always travel with a gold bar.
Yes, of course. And do you usually leave it in hotel rooms as a tip?
I am extremely generous. I have all my valuable things on me.
Better this way. The Dead Man Inn is the most comfortable in the area, but it doesn't have any insurance in the event of theft, disappearance, or death.
I was lucky it was just a theft.
Unfortunately, there have been many such cases in Bone Town lately.
Seeing the current condition of this room, can I have room 09 now?
I already explained that I can't. I'm awaiting a huge influx of tourists in the next few days, and I need that room. If you could wait just a few minutes, I will clean everything up like it was before. Then, as compensation, I won't make you pay from tomorrow night on.
Your kindness astounds me. Seems I can't do anything other than accept it.
Wise choice. Now, if you can clear out, I have to clean up the room. If you give me the key back, I'll clean up everything and give it back to you at the entrance. I'll take a moment. Using the back door, I'll be at the entrance before you arrive.
Thanks, my good man. I guess it leads outside, but right now I have to wait for the room to be and for the innkeeper to give me the key. I saw the stain in the hallway.
You have very good eyesight. It blends well with the rest of the upholstery.
Well,
I'm waiting for the cleaning lady to use her expertise to remove that. I'd like to have a touch of freshness in the air when it's done.
I expect that won't be easy. Have you already cleaned up the room?
Yes, everything's in order again. Here's the key.
Okay, thanks.
And you have all the services of the Dead Man Inn at your disposal.
Like what, for example?
The most important one is room service. And following that, the Do Not Disturb.
How does the room service work?
When the customers call, it is the duty of every good innkeeper to answer. I try to be as fast as possible so as to not leave my position unattended. If you don't see me at the counter, it's because some impediment forced me to use the back door. There are a lot of steps to get there. Going down is not a problem. It speeds up my movement. The climbing really slows me down.
Thanks, that seems clear to me. What's the Do Not Disturb?
It's this amazing object. Only paper of the highest quality for our customers. With the writing, Do Not Disturb, in giant letters. You just have to hang this on the door. And I'll know you don't want to be disturbed. Here, take it.
Thanks, very useful. Thanks, and goodbye. You hang this outside your hotel room to note that you don't want to be disturbed. It has an animalistic fragrance. Not nice, but bearable. Restricted to personnel only. It doesn't lead to other rooms. It looks more like a second entrance. Better not. I can't open it. It's locked. A fireplace of great workmanship. It's summer. It doesn't make... It looks like a rudimentary room bell.
What now? Oh, that must be the new guest. I saw straight away that he was a troublemaker. Better go check. I've seen her at work since our discussion about the hourly rate. I'm sure she'll come back. Nobody can refuse $1 per hour. Better check what's happening in room number 10. Can I help you?
I'm testing the room service. Excellent service.
Also the price. Maybe I forgot to tell you that after a certain number of calls, an extra fee is triggered.
Cordial as usual.
If there's nothing else, I'll get back to my business.
Everything's okay, thanks. It's sealed. It looks like I'm not sure I want to know. Better not. I can't. This lock is pretty solid. Better not. Better not. Better not go inside. I'd rather not touch that. Better not waste it. Behind that door is... It's locked. Let's see if I can. Done. This sign is useless now. I'd rather not take it with me. I don't know what's inside this bucket, but from the smell, I'd say something that isn't alive anymore. The things I have to do. Let's just hope it doesn't spill. I wouldn't really know what to use to get rid of this stink. It is used to warn that the floor is wet. It's filled with an oily substance. The smell makes me quite nauseous. Just how I pictured it. Now it looks serious. Very good. It looks like the cleaning has finally started. Well done. I'd rather not touch that substance. And now something classy. The contents haven't changed, but now there's a fresh musk ox scent. I shudder to think what it might be. Color and density. Well done. Thanks.
Agile and silent like a ninja. I didn't even realize the cleaning lady finally got to work. Better not walk across it. I'd risk ruining this beautiful work. Oh, she also added the essence of muskox. My favorite. I'll go around the back. That guy's gonna have to wait for a second.
Nobody's coming. Better go check the entrance. This is my chance. Better not go inside. If the innkeeper finds out, I'd be concerned for my safety. Let's hope there won't be any other obstacles. At last! They're apple cores. They really leave much to be desired as a welcome gift. I don't trust taking them. There's the chance they could have been eaten by mice, the owner of the place, or the cleaning lady. In any of the three cases, I don't want to take them with me. In this room, they seem to have taken one step ahead in technology. No rope to pull. It's the bathroom door. At least this one seems to function. Everything starts there, in the warmth of a friendly place. I think my father meant warmth in a literal sense. Perhaps he hid something in the fireplace. Let's try searching there. What is this? This brick doesn't seem to be bonded to the fireplace like all the others, but I can't rip it out. It seems after all these years it is partially calcified back into the fireplace. I need something to grab hold of the cracks. They seem to have invested a lot in the guest's hygiene. I don't need it right now. Tradition tells us it's better not to spy on showers with the curtain closed. Tough luck! Fate really doesn't want me to take a shower or a bath. It's a drawer. Look what's inside. Somebody forgot a nail file. Better take it. It could come in handy. It's an ordinary nail file. It's a drawer. It seems to be working. I can take out the mortar holding the brick. Clever, a niche. Let's see what's inside. It looks like an old library card. It belonged to my father, Willy Morgan. Last read book, Properties of Concrete. What did my father want to tell me? It's a card for the Bonetown Library. The card belongs to Willy Morgan, my father. Let's see the last read book, Properties of Concrete. What was he working on in his final research? Better go to the library to make some inquiries. That doesn't seem like a good idea. If the owner finds out I entered room 09, I don't think he'll be happy. If anything happens to me, the Dead Man Inn has no insurance to cover the damages. After this amazing night, it'd be better to go back to my room and rest. First, I'd rather take the key to room 09 back to reception. I'd prefer to avoid having problems with the innkeeper. I have a really big day ahead of me tomorrow. I think the time has come to find out what Dad was working on. I better check the library card again. I'm sure Dad left me some other clue. I guess it leads outside, but right... Good morning, good sir.
Good morning. How was your night?
There were moments I thought I wouldn't survive. Then I saw a ray of light and realized that the worst was over.
These are just some of the thrills you can experience here at the Dead Man Inn.
What happened to Bonetown in the last few years? I remember when I used to come here that it was a nice little town.
I think it's just progress. The young prefer to go try their luck elsewhere, apart from a few exceptions. It's just down to us from the older generation to keep up the honor of Bonetown by welcoming the incoming tourists with love and professionalism.
I have to dispute that, actually. Is the public library still there?
Sure, boy. It's one of the crown jewels of Bonetown. At least it is according to what Margaret, our librarian, tells us. I'm simply reporting what's said because I personally never go to such places.
Strange. I would have bet the opposite. Could you tell me where it is?
Turn left at the main square, just outside the door. Boy, if you don't want to get lost, use this. It's an old Bonetown postcard, but it was used as a tourist map during the golden years. It could be of use to orient yourself and move around Bonetown.
Thank you.
Are you interested in something in particular?
Just to reminisce a little bit. My father used to take me there all the time. Thanks, and goodbye. Better leave the key here. I don't know if I want to... There you go. Now I can leave. I better solve the clue left by my father first. I'm just noticing now that all the gutters seem brand new. I don't need copper. It's a card for the Bonetown Library. The card belongs to Willy Morgan, my father. Let's see the last read book. Properties of Concrete. What was he working on in his final research? Better go to the library to make some inquiries. It looks new. I don't need it. At first glance, there seem to be different tomes, some of which have considerable value too. I wonder why they're out here. I don't want to take anything from here. It's still material in the public domain. Wow, there are some extremely rare first editions here. Better not. It's like seeing my house. Even if I picked everything up, then it would suffer the same fate in our closet at home. It's the front door of Bonetown's library. It's the public library of Bonetown. I never imagined it would have survived, given the state of the town. I don't think I need this kind of souvenir. It's one of those old message boards on which they hung the wanted posters. Here in Bonetown, time seems to have stopped. There are still posters of the gang that was raging here decades ago. The members have become famous. I recognize the posters of Rufy, Nami, and Zoro. The others are faded from exposure to bad weather. There's also a little footnote. Posters offered by the Lafitte Amusement Park. I don't need them. Menu of the day. Chicken, or chicken and salad, or chicken, salad, and cheese. While for drinks, there's only grog. I don't need it. If I had to guess, there are more than 100 chicken dishes. I may be wrong, but I think the owner specializes in cooking chicken every possible way. I don't see how the complete menu of the One-Eyed Jack would help me. They're barrels filled with water. I don't think that dragging this barrel of over 100 liters would benefit me a lot. It says to follow the arrow to access the museum. I didn't know that Bonetown had a museum too, especially a museum in this obscure alley. It wouldn't be nice if I took the only street sign for the local museum. I have a strong feeling that if I did it, I'd put the entire town economy in danger, and Bonetown doesn't seem like it's experiencing its golden age. It looks like it was installed recently. I understand that copper has become precious, but I don't think it'd go unnoticed. It's like an ancient artifact, in poor condition. Touching it would surely mean damaging it, even though time has already done its part. One-Eyed Jack Restaurant. The name is catchy, the sign much less so. I don't know what's worse, the chicken wings used as bones at the sides of the skull, or the general state of the sign. Everything here is going to the dogs. I wonder what happened to the city. It wasn't always like this. A well-stocked library, but it would be a lot of work to put it in order. I have no time to fix other people's things too. For such a small town, there are a lot of books. It's not my priority right now. I think it's the person running the library. Good morning.
Good morning. How can I help you?
What happened to Bonetown in the last few years?
The city has always held more allure, at the expense of the small villages, and Bonetown is no exception. All the young people left when they had the chance, leaving the town in its current sorry state. It seems you know our town well, although you're so young. Can I ask your name?
Of course. I'm Willy Morgan.
I'm Margaret. Margaret Teach. But for those who attend the library, I'm just Margaret. Once there was a Morgan here in Bonetown too. Then he left, seeking fortune, and he became famous. But he never stopped coming back to visit Bonetown. I don't think you know him.
You mean Henry Morgan by any chance?
You surprise me, and that doesn't happen often.
The point is, I know him very well. Henry was my father.
I'm sorry, kid, I didn't know.
Don't worry, it's been a while.
10 years ago, right?
How do you know that?
Kid, I'm the librarian. I basically remember everything that is put on paper, and Henry used to come to our library a lot.
Do you know anything about his disappearance?
Unfortunately, only what I've read about. One night he was here in Bonetown. The morning after, it's like he vanished into thin air. Not a clue, not a trace. No letters or anything that could have guided the search parties to a solution.
Do you know what he was working on in his final research?
I don't know. He always read a lot, basically all the tomes you can find in here. And sometimes, at his request, I had to order books from other cities as well.
Do you know if he had enemies, maybe?
Henry? Let's be serious. I think there were very few men as affable as him.
Thanks for the information.
Don't mention it. If I can be of any more help, just ask.
How come all across Bonetown the gutters seem to be new?
They are new. There has been some geological instability in the last few years. We don't know yet if it's due to natural causes or human activity. In any case, the result is that Bonetown no longer has a working water network, and the only way to retrieve some water at a decent cost seems to be this one.
Whose idea was this?
Maybe the only person who really cares about the state of Bonetown, our Mayor Steve Bonnet.
What can you tell me about Steve Bonnet?
He's the only one here doing something to keep Bonetown alive. Without him, our village would be much worse off. I suggest you go visit him. He knows everything about Bonetown. If you need something specific, he'll be able to help you for sure. These days, he lives in the town hall to deal with all the city's problems, but he's always available to everyone.
Thank you. I'll visit him as soon as possible. I need to consult one of your tomes.
It's always a pleasure when someone wants to benefit from the services offered by our library. What are you looking for?
Not Very Famous Pirate Songs by Threepwood.
Unfortunately, that's one of the most requested books. There's even a waiting list to consult it.
Grog and Other Delights.
It hasn't been available since 1998, when grog was declared a substance harmful to health, and the book was never reprinted again.
Grog, are you kidding?
It was a short-lived law, abolished immediately afterward to avoid a mass uprising.
Luckily,
Don't get me started. A cup of grog in the morning is like a panacea. But in case it happens again in the future, I have put aside a personal supply.
Properties of Concrete.
Oh, what a surprise! It's not among the more popular in Bonetown. I guess this is the second consultation in more than 10 years.
Doesn't it get the attention it deserves?
Here in Bonetown, people don't read a lot, especially a book like that. I could never have managed to face it either.
Where can I find it?
I guess it's somewhere on the upper floor. You should recognize it easily.
Thank you. Thanks, and goodbye.
Thank you for visiting the Bonetown Library. If you need a specific book, you can ask me, Miss Teach, or just Margaret.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. It seems to be a very old crate. This lock is peculiar, to say the least. I'm pretty sure that I'd need a special key if I wanted to open it. On this desk, there are books of every kind, from How to Build a Cuckoo Clock to Anchovy Fishing for Newbies. How? Should I remove everything on top of it? There's no time, and above all, I wouldn't know where to put all these books. It's the famous book Properties of Concrete, the last book read by my father. It's stuck under the huge number of books on the desk. I must find a way to free it. This lock is peculiar, to say the least. What's that old crate upstairs?
It belonged to Charles Teach, a great-great-grandfather of mine. Many years ago, we opened it with the help of a locksmith, but it was empty. Then the key got lost again, and nobody has any interest in it anymore. Maybe the locksmith has a copy of it somewhere. I never feel like throwing it away. It's still a family heirloom after all.
Thanks, and goodbye.
Thank you for visiting the Bonetown Library. If you need a specific book, you can ask...
Thanks. I don't think there are any books here. Even if it's battered, I think I can make out the word rescue. It's not time to enter there yet. I need to use the clue left by my dad first. I don't think there are any. It's not time to... It's the sign for a museum. I don't know what interesting stuff there is to see. It's not specified on the sign. I can't see the opening time either. Dark alley, ambiguous sign, no opening time for the public, and an old open door. I like it. I can't reach it. It's one of the most modern objects I've seen in Bonetown so far. I don't know how, but I hope it might come in handy. It seems like the propeller of an old vessel. There's also some writing. Flying Dutchman. I don't think it's that, Flying Dutchman. At first glance, it appears to weigh over 100 kilos. Surely working out in the gym made me stronger, but I don't think it performed any miracles. I don't think it's useful like this. I don't think I should use it on the book. Let's try. It worked! Check out what we have here. Interesting. There's a hiding place inside the book. I understand why Dad chose this tome. It's the only one in the whole library that nobody would read, but also the only one thick enough to contain something. Let's see what it is. It's another letter from my father. It's dated July 22nd, 2008, earlier than the other one. There's also a piece of paper that seems more ancient, but I can't figure out what it is. Better take a look right now. If Dad did all this so that I find it, there must be something important. Now I understand what the piece of paper was that I found with the letter. Dad always performed great feats, but I never imagined he was looking for Kit's treasure. It has always been said that it was basically a legend. I don't remember the complete story exactly, but maybe the librarian can help me. And I have a list of names. Better start asking information of the townsfolk, without attracting too much attention. I don't need my father's old library card anymore. Even if someone found it, it would be useless. I have the letter and the piece of map belonging to my dad.